The way that I remember the experience, I was at coffee with one of my very best friends. I would look to the side, and then I would look back, and I wouldn't be able to see her face. It would take 10 to 15 seconds for her face to reappear. Then I started having headaches on one side of my head, pressure behind my eyes. I would sit and just hold my head. I went into the retina specialist. Your optic nerves are severely swollen. We're going to get you in for an MRI. And the doctor that was reading the images looked at me and said, "We found a very large mass, and we would prefer you not to drive home." So I called my husband.
I just stood there, trying to reconcile in my mind what had just happened, and just stood there in the parking lot in the rain, trying to understand what this moment was going to mean.
And they said, "You need to immediately go to UW Medical Center for the emergency room. They're waiting for you."
I knew right away that she had a very large brain tumor and that her brain was under very high pressure. And eventually, if the pressure gets high enough, the brain is pushed down in a process we call herniation, and you have sudden death.
The doctors came in and said, "We're going to get you in for surgery."
The biggest fear going into the surgery was that I was never going to see my wife again.
I just kind of went to sleep, and I woke up and I was bald.
This was pretty much an emergency situation. We really did have to act quickly and swiftly, so we resected a large part of her left frontal lobe where the tumor had infiltrated.
I met with Dr. Amin. He said, "I think we got it all."
And then we sort of do pass the baton to our great colleagues within the neuro-oncology department.
The thing we try to make clear to our patients when they first come to us is that we are now your brain tumor home, meaning we will help you navigate every aspect of your care.
I started chemo, 42 days on, and I was able to commute every morning to radiation at Fred Hutch Proton Therapy Center,
which is the only proton facility in a 5-state area. And I would say if there was one reason to come to the Alvord Brain Tumor Center, it would be that holistic attention to the patient and the family, and not just which chemotherapy agent should we use for this treatment of this tumor.
So my new motto in life is no regrets, live with no regrets. Have fun, be careful. I love you.
Love you too.
We now have our very own race car. And as he's coming around one of the turns, he's going 135 miles an hour.
There is no time for you to think about what you're anxious about in life. It has helped me kind of realize how important the moment you're in right now is.
And right now, I have no sign of measurable tumor.
At the Alvord Brain Tumor Center, it is our vision to be the best brain tumor program in the United States. So we're very careful to give treatments to try and help you live longer, but also to live better.